and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Alright, I'm not Michael Buffer. I'm shooting this little video to talk about the microphone setup that I have going or don't have going, as you can clearly see here. At the moment I'm using my USB headset here. And the reason for that is because I don't have a microphone. I have the stand, I have a shock mount, and I have a pop filter, but I don't have the most important piece, which is the microphone. Why don't I have the microphone, you ask? Well, I ordered it the same time I ordered the rest of the items here, and it came in. The microphone I ordered was the Behringer 1CU microphone. The U at the end stands for USB. It's a more professional style microphone. It's a condenser microphone. And I decided to go with the USB just because it'd be simpler. I didn't have to purchase any other hardware to go with the microphone. It didn't need any external power. Simply plugged in the USB, and it was supposed to work. It says it was Mac compatible. I have a Mac here. Compatible. Blah. I have a Mac here that I'm using, and plugged it in, and it was fine as long as you were about here and you were practically eating the microphone. You move back even just a couple inches, didn't pick up any sound whatsoever. So after that happened, I decided to hit the internet, do a little searching, and other people were reporting the same exact thing on Macs. Well, I went to the support forum, the support site for Behringer. They didn't offer any help. They just said to check all the audio settings, blah, 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 blah. I've already done that. Didn't work, so I sent it back. There's something that I found interesting, and I actually tried it out with this headset. In the Mac, there is something called the Audio MIDI Setup. Let me go ahead and pull that up here just so I can have it in front of me. And it shows you all of the audio devices on there. Well, one of the options on here is built-in microphone. And that's the standard default input here. Well, on there it's got 3 different settings because it is a stereo microphone. It's got a master volume, and then it has volume for each channel, your left and your right. Well, when I plug in my USB headset, which is what I've got plugged in right now, I saw that the master volume in my audio MIDI setup here, when I click on the Logitech USB headset, it said the master volume, I could not change the volume at all. The slider was down all the way down here at the left, meaning at 0. It was grayed out, and it would not let me slide it whatsoever. So I started playing around with the built-in microphone settings, and if I muted some of the settings in there, or excuse me, if I muted all the settings in there and went back to the Logitech USB headset, I was then able to slide the slider for the master volume. Well, when I had the Behringer 1CU plugged in, or C1U, sorry, when I had that plugged in, I could not slide the master volume slider whatsoever. I tried the same trick that I did with the headset that I'm using now, didn't work. But that seems to be the main problem. I don't know what the problem is, but I can clearly see that it's not picking anything up because the master volume is slid all the way down to 0. So unless I'm actually eating the microphone, it's not going to pick anything up. Now I've looked at some YouTube videos of people that are using the same exact microphone that I bought. Damn, my nose itches. The same exact microphone on both PC and Mac, and they seem to be able to use the microphone just fine. There's other people who had this same exact problem that I had, and I'm not quite sure what the problem is. Excuse me, I'm not quite sure what's causing the problem. I can clearly see on the screen what the problem is, but I don't know why it's doing that. So that's apparently still sitting down at my local post office waiting to be sent back because I already shipped it back. It's out of my hands, waiting for them to do their thing and ship it back to Amazon. So with that said, what I ended up doing was purchasing a regular microphone. It's one that requires phantom power. It's completely independent, supposedly, of the computer. But in order to use that, I also had to buy a mixer. And the mixer that I bought is a USB powered mixer. And from there, it supplies phantom power to the microphone. The microphone that I purchased is a Behringer C1, which is the same exact thing that I ended up sending back to Amazon, with the exception that this is one that requires phantom power rather than one that is powered by USB. Although, when you think about it, the mixer is powered by USB and is powering the microphone. So, hopefully it works. I should have it here this week. And once I do, I will finally have my setup complete here. Because I've just been having this sit on my desk for the last week or so. Almost a week and a half. It's kind of a bitch because the microphone that I sent back is actually the same exact microphone setup that I'm going to be getting at work. I do a little bit of voiceover at work for training materials and training videos and things like that. And they actually ordered me the same exact microphone that I sent back. And I tried that microphone out. I tried out my personal microphone on my MacBook Pro at work, and the volume was kind of low as well. I didn't go into the audio MIDI setup to check it then because I didn't actually know about that at the time. And that should be arriving here sometime this week at work. I'm crossing my fingers, but I'm not expecting at this point for it to work. So if you're looking for a good USB microphone, especially a condenser microphone, I would say stay away from the Behringer C1U, because you're probably going to have problems with it. Now there are drivers for Windows. Maybe there's a little bit better performance there on Windows. Maybe people or Windows users have better luck with the microphone. But if you have a Mac, I'm going to say stay away from the Behringer C1U. If I were you, I would go with a phantom powered microphone, get a mixer board, and you'll probably be way better off. So the next time I shoot a video, I'm hoping to have my my microphone, my condenser microphone. The audio should be a million times better than this little USB headset, and we'll go from there. I should be shooting or recording some more podcasts relatively shortly, and I can't wait to see how the new microphone works out with that. There is a idea I have for a for a podcast about doing some movie reviews, and I have a friend, Maggie, who said she would record the podcast with me, or at least try it out. And there's a movie that we want to go see. Comes out next weekend, and we're thinking about doing the first review on that particular movie. So we'll have to see. It depends on when I get the microphone. The microphone and the cable are coming straight from Amazon, and the mixer board, which I ordered through Amazon or is being fulfilled by Amazon, was actually coming from someone else, and that's actually being shipped from Ohio. I live in Michigan, so that should probably get here relatively quickly, I would think. Maybe even beat the microphone and the microphone cord. I don't know, but looking forward to using this thing, and it should produce much better audio quality here. Next thing I need to do is maybe just get a better camera here. I'm just using the built-in iSight on my iMac. Oh, and actually, I'm looking forward to purchasing a new iMac as well. If everything works as planned in the fall, I'm looking forward to picking up possibly, at least that's my hope, a 27-inch iMac. I don't know if I actually need to go that big. Isn't there another step up? Isn't it like 24-inch or something? Maybe that would do. But this one that I'm using now, I purchased back in, what was it, 2007? And this is 2011 now, so technology is pretty outdated in this thing. I can tell that it sort of gets bogged down when I'm crunching video. Even a little bit I've noticed in audio as well, so we'll see. But that's my hopes to have a new iMac here in the fall. So, alright, so till next time, again, I should have my new microphone relatively soon. Looking forward to it. So till next time, this is Jesse, signing off. I'm not your